My name is Srinu Gada. I am from Uppada village of Andhra Pradesh. My question is, why Supreme Court or Constitution do not giving a circulation or an amendment or a notification for political leaders? They need to qualify some constitutional exams for who are contesting in elections.
Thank you, Srinu. Many young people, or even more experienced people, have similar ideas that politicians are bad, they're ignorant, they know nothing. If only they're better qualified, a better degree, an examination before they contest elections, or something else, then we'll have much better governance. This idea has two fallacies. Let me very honestly and humbly but firmly state before you. The first is the notion that politicians know nothing. Not true at all. I can guarantee you. 90% of politicians are extremely well informed, very knowledgeable. They have a fund of common sense, they're very talented. Otherwise, you cannot mobilize people, you cannot mobilize an organization, you cannot communicate your ideas to the people, you cannot earn the trust of the people, and you cannot reconcile the conflicting interests of so many sections in society. They're very talented. It's not because of lack of knowledge in most cases. Yes, there are some areas where you may not know. Nobody is an expert of everything. But for that, there are means of improving your knowledge base to the extent required. That's not the real problem. The other day in Mumbai, I participated in a conference as a prelude to a national legislators conference at the state level. From 6 major states, speakers were there. And a former speaker, Lok Sabha, and some other very senior politicians were there. Each of them, across parties, they represent various parties, various states. They spoke with such clarity, such elegance, such thoughtfulness, such understanding of issues, and such passion for improvement. Somehow our idea that all these are useless people, bad people, is a very foolish idea. That's not the way you improve democracy. There are reasons why the democratic conduct is now falling below a certain standard. It's true. It's not because the politicians are incapable or ignorant. It's because we built a system which works on certain imperatives. The challenge is how to change that. Not having a qualification and a test. The second is, how do you measure qualifications? Examinations? In a country where 80% of the school kids, after finishing 10th grade or 12th grade, they are hopelessly underserved by our education process. They have very few life skills. Their gene pool is wasted despite innate intelligence, despite nature endowing them with intelligence. How can you measure somebody's ability by examinations? Some of the finest chief ministers and ministers, they were, by our standard, not well educated. The best chief minister of Andhra Pradesh, in my judgment, was Mr. Jalanga Vengal Rao. He never finished school, or definitely never went beyond school. But abundant common sense, an understanding of issues, insights, and intuitive administrative competence, ability to delegate and hold people to account and deliver results. He did better than most people. I can cite many examples like that. So while better informed people, more knowledgeable people, more educated people are welcome. And even now, 90 to 95% of legislators at state and national level have all degrees and postgraduates, sometimes PhDs and doctors, engineers, all sorts of things. That is not where the problem is. It is because the incentives are all bad in politics. And for the reasons we discussed umpteen number of times, money power, vast money power, short-term individual welfare measures at the cost of long-term good, and divisions in society have become the primary currency of mobilizing vote in the country. We have to change the larger parameters of politics rather than thinking that somehow bad people are entering politics and good people are remaining outside. That's not true. And that approach is actually fraught with tremendous dangers to our democracy.